Hey guys, it's Jen, and today I wanted to share with you a really in-depth focused micro tutorial on just the lashes, how I get my little short downward pointing Asian lashes to be up and stay up all day, stay super curled, and to just get as long as possible, which can be kind of challenging if you do have lashes that are really resistant to being curled and staying up. So I really hope this is helpful for you who are especially like monolidded, have hooded lids, have just not curly lashes to begin with, or if you have short lashes like me, this is definitely your video. If you want to see these tips, keep watching. Hello, welcome to the close-up of my face. We are up close, very tight to be close enough so that you can really get a good idea of what we're doing right now. I have my lash curler with me. This is my best buddy. I've had this exact curler probably for more than 10 years. It doesn't have any springs or anything, so there aren't really any pieces to break, but I do have to replace these little pads pretty often. This is Shiseido, even though I might recommend the Shiseido curler. If it doesn't work out for you, there are a lot of different curlers out there on the market, so honestly you just have to do some trial and error and find one that fits your eyes really well. But I do find, just as a broad statement, a lot of the Asian brands tend to work better if you have flatter eyes like I do. So a lot of Asians, they don't have as like concave of an eye socket. They need a flatter curve right here. So in my experience, Shiseido's great. I've also tried Shu Uemura, that one's really great. And even drugstore level ones that are Japanese or Korean, I've actually come across ones that are pretty stellar, that are really inexpensive as well. So I would recommend checking those out if you have a similar eye shape to mine. So that's the first and foremost, most important thing. Even on days that I don't even wear mascara, sometimes I'll just curl my lashes because it really opens up the eyes. If I'm just looking straight forward, you don't really see any lashes because they kind of hang down in front of my eyeballs a little bit. So our goal is to try to get them pointed up, but not in a way that looks really awkward, if that makes sense. So what we are aiming for is having a little bit of a natural curl type of shape. The first thing I do, I'm going to open this up, and I almost kind of push this top bar right here against my top eyelid, but don't go too high up because you don't want it to accidentally pinch your eyelid skin at all. And I'm concentrating on this inner corner. So the inner corner right here on the actual curler, you want it to meet the innermost corner of your eye. Even if the rest of the curler isn't hitting all of your lashes perfectly, we're gonna just start with this inner corner. So I do this, push it against that skin, and you can see it kind of pulls up the lashes just a little bit when I do that. I'm going to pinch it so that it brings this bottom one up to meet that line. So I'm going as far close to the base of the lash line as I can, and I'm just pumping this curler. And then I'm just going to pull the lashes out a teensy bit like that, grab it almost sort of in the middle, and then we're gonna do a few more pumps again. And then we're gonna go up to the tips, grab it again, and then pump a few more times. We're gonna try that again. So I'm going to the base, squeezing a few times, going to the middle, squeezing a few times, and going to the tips. And see how much more you can see that curl already. Another method you can try doing is, instead of doing 3 different sections as you go, you can actually just go to the base, and with each little squeeze, you pull it up a little bit more. But I feel like that has more of a tendency to potentially pull out any lashes, so I prefer the 3-step process. But you can do it either way. So now that we've really enhanced that inner half of the eye, we're going to do the same thing but focusing on that outer corner. So now we're going to go in this point to meet up with this point right here to just get those teensy outer lashes right there. So squeeze at the bottom, in the middle, at the top. So here you can see the difference of the before and the after, I feel like it's a pretty dramatic difference, and this is without any mascara to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side. Sometimes I also like to angle the lash curler as I'm going up so that I have more of a dramatic and natural curl. So at the base I go like this, and then as I go up I kind of tilt my hand upward. Okay, now we're going to move on to mascara. The most important thing you want to keep in mind, especially if you have really downward pointing lashes, is you want to find a really dry formula, probably gonna be a waterproof mascara, and even better if you can find one that is specifically holds a curl really well, like a good Japanese mascara like this one. This is from Heroine Make Long and Curl Mascara, super waterproof. It's a little more frustrating to remove, still a breeze if you use an oil cleanser, which I always do, but this is going to be the magic sauce to hold up those curls. So I'm going to take this little Mascara Guard because we have pushed our lashes up to the point where they are practically touching our eyelid skin. So if I were to just put the mascara on, it's definitely going to get all over my eyelid. I'm going to be putting this guard right up against that inner corner. And I'm just going to wiggle the mascara side to side. I also really want to make sure it gets to this bottom area so that it holds those lashes up. So just like what I did before, the first part, I'm aiming the mascara at these inner corners with the guard, sort of tilting this so it's right under there, and then I'm using the outer edge to get these little babies out here. And then usually after the first coat with the guard, I can just use a regular coat of mascara on top for a second layer just to get the lashes a little more thick and voluminous. And again, I just do a really light side to side motion. My sister once made fun of me because I was shaking my head as I was putting on mascara, but you know what? It doesn't matter if you look silly or if your mouth hangs open while you're putting on the mascara. Whatever gets the job done is the right way to do it. Sometimes that's the hardest thing about doing a video, is like, this scenario with a camera in front of my face is not how I would be doing my makeup every day, but hopefully it's close enough that you guys can still get a good idea of how to do it at home. Alright, so now you can see a pretty dramatic difference with mascara, without the mascara, and then we are going to do the lower lashes. So the difference here is that I'm not going to start off by curling the lashes, I'm going to go straight in with the actual mascara. So for the lower lashes, I usually like to tilt my head down so that the lashes are sticking out more, because if I tilt my head back, the lashes kind of hit my skin a little bit more. So for the top lashes, I tilt my head back and apply it. For the bottom lashes, I tilt my head down. And then I just try to do a little bit of a shaking back and forth motion like that. Next, I'm going to be using one of my favorite little tools. This is a heated lash curler. I don't use this every day, but when I really want to get very perfect lashes, I do pull this out, and I use it as a secondary step. So I don't use it on the first pass to get the lashes up. This is after I have my mascara on. Mine is from Panasonic. I'm just gonna turn it on right here. And then I just wait for the little coloring sensor in the back to turn pink instead of purple. That's how you know it's heated up all the way. I probably should have done that at the beginning so that it would be heated up enough. I will say, if you naturally have super long, slightly curled lashes, you can actually get away with just using the heated curler without manually curling your lashes first. But if you have lashes like mine where they naturally point straight down and they're very kind of stubborn at holding a curl, this isn't going to do it for you. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of mascara you put on first or second or whatever. If you only try to use the heated lash curler, it's not going to do anything. However, it does make a nice little difference if you do this after the mascara. So while this is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and put mascara on my other eye, and then we'll get to the heated part. Okay, my heated curler is now pink, so I'm going to be using this on my lower lashes. I like to start at the inner half, and I just tilt my head down so that my lashes are sticking out the most, and then I just push this down. Like I said, if you're starting from ground zero, it's not going to get it all the way up. But once your lashes are pointed up, it can just help fine-tune things a little bit. So I don't know if you can tell too much from looking at it straight forward, But this is after I used the heated lash curler on my lower lashes. They're just a little more lower and fanned out. And then this is without. They look a little bit shorter because they're sticking out instead of going down. You do want to be a little bit careful because these do get quite hot. So try not to have this actually touch your skin. We're just going to push it against the hairs so that it just kind of presses it down a little bit. So this is the final look for my lashes. You can see they're nice and lifted up, but they're very high. They're just about as high as I can make them without using false eyelashes. So this is what it looks like from the front and from the side. Lifted and gifted. My eyes look so much bigger than they did before, and it's just a really fresh, bright look that I really love. If you have lashes that are just sad and droopy like mine are, I hope you found some of these tips helpful. If you did, I would love if you would hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to see more of my micro tutorials. Actually, let me know down in the comments what you would want to see me do, like a hyper focus on beauty-wise. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I was thinking that way back